thank you so much for tuning in to the second episode of the What's Hot TV show, spotlighting sustainable solutions, where we get to meet inspiring ecopreneurs like Jackson Madnick of Pearls Premium Ultra Low Maintenance Lawn Seed. We are here at one of his happy customers' homes in Weston, Massachusetts, and we're so honored to have your buddy here, and I know she's a sort of a promo partner. We have Zoe the dog. So Jackson, if you can just tell us a little bit more briefly about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, I'm an environmentalist, and I've always loved the look of grass, but hated everything about it. All the water, the chemicals, the runoff, the sound of lawnmowers. So I wanted to see if it was possible to have a better grass. I got the aid of 4 different PhDs in turf science from 4 different universities, and we grew close to 10,000 trials, and we found one batch of grass of certain seeds in exact proportions that interacted, that slowed down the growth of the grass above the soil, as opposed to most grass grows very fast above the soil and has shallow roots. Our grass grows very slow above the soil and has very deep roots, like you see on the right side of this picture.
Like 4 feet long roots on average, which is just incredible. And we are going to do a visual demo here in just a couple moments.
Well, it saves people time, money, and water. It's better, it's safer for their health, and helps lessen global warming and climate change and extreme weather. And
That's
it
great.
does a lot of things, and Newsweek magazine called it the holy grail of grass.
The holy grail of grass.
And Popular Science magazine said it's the best grass in the world. It's now in over 450,000 lawns in all 50 states, Canada, and around the world. And it grows very slow, so you mow it only once a month instead of once a week. And if you don't mow it, it flops over to become a 3-inch high meadow.
So just imagine, especially here in New England and colder climates, I mean, first of all, the most precious asset arguably is our time. So the fact that people only need to mow this lawn 4 to 6 weeks, so every month or more versus every week, that's amazing in terms of time savings. Also, as we're talking about, a lot of water and energy savings, which means it's very environmentally sustainable, and it reduces the need for chemicals, chemical fertilizers, none of that, and also helps everyday people do their part around climate change solution. As you may be able to tell in the background, we still have some melting snow, so we are still in winter here in New England, and so it's not every day in winter that we would be talking about lawn care, lawn seed. So why is it that we're talking about this while it's still so chilly with our winter coats on?
Well,
why now?
To think about for the spring, which is coming up soon. Actually, down south in California and along in Florida and along the Gulf, you can plant grass right now, and but otherwise you plant when the soil temperature comes up to 50, and that's when the yellow Visithia plants bloom. That means the soils come up to 50, and it's a perfect time to plant grass. And one thing, beside the fact that it grows in all 50 states, people ask us all the time, do I have to tear up my lawn? No. You just cut the grass short, rake away the clippings, and spread the seed right over the existing grass to outcompete the grass and outcompete the weeds without chemicals. So
it sounds too good to be true, but as we've discussed, it's the real deal. You've been working on this for a long time, and again, we're very happy to be at the home of one of your happy customers. So I'm going to ask David to come on over and join us here for just a couple moments. So thank you so much for cutting out the time. And I know you've known Jackson now for how long?
Well, about 11 years ago, we had a septic put in back. And oh Lord, what it did to the lawn, both in back and in front, is not pleasant to remember. But we had met Jackson when he gave a lecture about his wonderful grass earlier. So he brought his crew and he put his grass in, and we've been using it ever since and loving it.
That's great.
And when you have a beautiful garden like my wife has, you need something like his grass.
And that lawn, with all due respect, it looked pretty rough there, David, and a lot of people can relate to that. So now we're going to be showing some pictures here in just a moment of what it looks like, and more so this would be summertime photo, right?
Okay, right.
Of that beautiful grass.
It went from dirt and weeds and not dark color, and into a beautiful dark green grass that you can see here that complements the flowers and plants and bushes. So a dramatic before and after.
Yes, for sure. Okay, Zoe, is there anything that you'd like to add before we cut out to the demo?
And why Zoe's here, Zoe was part of the reason of the development of
Yes.
the grass, to create a grass that was safer for children and animals. It turns out that lawn care fertilizers, especially the weed and feed kind, actually increases the risk
Yeah.
of learning and behavioral disorders for children, and Parkinson's disease, asthma, sexual dysfunction, cancer, and leukemia. This grass never ever needs chemicals to stay green year round and be weed free, so it's safer for children.
Well, that's so
and
awesome.
animals. Again, you don't have to tear up the lawn. Just get some Pearls Premium grass and pour it into a spreader. And these are special seeds that have a little coating on here that the white coating holds a 24-hour supply right next to the seed, so it's guaranteed to sprout and guaranteed to survive. And you don't tear up your grass. You just cut the grass short, rake away or vacuum up the clippings, and then just go and spread it right over your existing grass. Very simply like that. Again, you don't want to use chemical fertilizer. It's much healthier to use organic fertilizer, and even better yet, use compost. Compost does a dozen different things, and they talked about it in the last podcast. And it's slow release fertilizer. It helps stabilize the pH of the soil. It has microbes that go down into the soil that loosen the soil a foot deep. And the way you apply it after you put the seed down is just take fistfuls and throw it sideways, just to spread it over the soil like that. And again, you don't have to pour it on heavy, just throwing it sideways, just handfuls like this. That does everything you need to fertilize the soil and improve the soil.
All right, well, Jackson, that seemed like a really great and pretty simple demo for most people to be able to do. So especially if people are first putting your seed down for the first time, is there anything that you'd like to tell them about watering and how to set this or do anything else, especially around the watering piece? I know it requires a lot less water. So.
Yeah, it's very simple. You just, after you put down, you cut the grass short, rake away the clippings, spread the seed, and a little bit of organic fertilizer, or better yet, organic compost. Then you just water it every morning that it doesn't rain for 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
And it'll sprout in a week, and you'll have the nicest grass you've ever had in a month. So you water it just every day in the morning for 3 to 4 weeks, and then over the next month you slowly cut back on the watering, and you can stop watering it.
After about how long?
By the second month.
Wonderful.
Or, in very hot places, it takes 1/4 the water of any other grass.
Wow, incredible. We'll end it there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, Jackson, this was a really great demo. I know it kept me moving around. It's a chilly day here. I know, again, a lot of people aren't thinking about this stuff, but thank you for showing us how to spread this incredible sustainable grass seed. I know in addition to your customer here, we met David earlier, that you've also had just a ton of success in other places. Locally, I know that you've actually spread seed at the Museum of Science here in Boston about 5 years ago. And so can you tell us a little bit more about your relationship with the Museum of Science, how that came to be, and we're going to also bring some before and after photos.
Yeah, people say it sounds too good to be true.
Right.
But it is true, and proven by over 300 rave reviews from the experts, everything from Bob Vila to the master gardeners at ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox News, and CNN, which is probably the only thing that Fox News and CNN will ever agree on.
But
But also the Boston Museum of Science wanted to see what were the best inventions to ever come out of New England. And they had a competition, and they looked at over 600 inventions, and they said that Pearls Premium was one of the 3 best inventions to come out of New England.
Wow.
They gave us this coveted award, and then right after they gave us the award, they wanted to put the grass out front, because every day they have between 800 and 1,000 kids a day
Wow.
who take educational tours in the museum, and in good weather, they kick the kids outside between noon and 1 every day.
Right.
So it's 800 to 1,000 kids a day on the lawn to look like this, all just dirt and weeds and looking
my gosh.
horrible. And then they put our grass in, and now it looks like this in summer, and it looks like this in winter. When other grass goes brown, it's still green.
Wow.
And so they have beautiful grass in spite of the 800 to 1,000 kids a day, and which they gave us that award, and also the Mass Challenge. It's a worldwide competition for innovation, and we won that out of 446 entries from 26
Wow.
countries.
That's really, really impressive. So I know we have this final infographic here that's going to be appearing on the screen. So if you can just sum up again, I know you said it seems too good to be true, but we've got this seed that has these very long roots. And can you just again speak through that infographic people are seeing on the screen right now?
You see on the left side, normal grass grows very fast above the soil and has very shallow roots.
Mm-hmm.
But on the right is Pearls Premium grass that grows very slow above the soil, so you only mow it once every 4 to 6 weeks, or let it lean over and never mow it, and it grows up to 4-foot deep roots. From the deep roots, it needs far less mowing, water, it never needs chemical fertilizer, so it's safer for children and animals, and it stays green. It's evergreen to stay green year-round in spite of cold. And also it pulls carbon out of the atmosphere to lock into the soil at 8 to 10 times the rate of shallow root grass.
That's so awesome.
To help lessen climate change. Do your share so you can save the world one lawn at a time.
Yes, do your share so we can all come together and save the world one lawn at a time. That's a really great wrap-up theme for episode number 2 of What's Hot TV show. So again, thanks to all our viewers for tuning in, and thanks so much to Jackson Madnick of Pearls Premium, and of course Zoe, and to all of our viewers, let's just keep on keeping on, and thank everyone for your commitment to environmental sustainability. It really makes a difference. Thanks.
And have a greener lawn.
Indeed.